y'all. Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 9 to 5s, but we are still married to the games. Episode 140.
Do we even need numbers anymore? Can we just be the married to the games?
No way, man.
Shoot, man. I need the number for myself.
Yeah, I do too. As in what we just witnessed right before we recorded. I was like, wait, this is 139, right? Like, no, it's 140. Exactly. I'm like, oh, good thing I asked.
149er.
Exactly.
Was
Did I
there
hear
a niner
in there?
Yeah.
It's your boy Gabe Patillo with Timothy Hall and Tim Router, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. Thank you guys so much for being here, carving out a little time for your boys. And I know you might just be in the car listening, or you might be cleaning up the house listening. You might be gaming, listening. You might be, I don't know.
You might be
riding a unicycle,
listening to other podcasts and listening.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever the case is, we appreciate it that you're giving us a listen. So thanks for being here. Let's see. Timmer Hall. What's going down, brethren?
Birthday boy.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
Right, you freaking snake.
Yeah, man, you
snake in the tall grass.
That was
totally
like 5
snuck
days
that
ago.
in.
That's ancient history.
I know, but you totally snuck that in.
I know. We're finishing the podcast last week after we did it for the second time. And we're like, so, all right, talk to you guys later. Y'all got anything going on this weekend? You know, I'm just asking these guys. Paul's like, well, I'm taking tomorrow off because it's my birthday. So we're like, what?
I know. He was so nonchalant about it, too. I was like, oh, come on.
And it's funny because I looked down and it was on my phone, but it wasn't the birthday yet. So it wasn't telling me till the next day. So I felt really bad. I was like, man, the title of the episode has been Happy Birthday, Timothy Hall, the last 2 or 3 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
2 years in a row. And so this would have been the third or whatever.
No, it will be.
Well, we could we can hang that jersey up, man.
No way, man. I always like to do the little candle thing.
You are to be celebrated.
That's right, brother.
Nobody put Halsifer in the corner.
That's great.
How was your birthday weekend?
Oh, it was great.
It was?
Yeah, got out of town for the weekend.
You almost sounded like you meant that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it was great. It was great.
It was like, it was great.
It was
awesome.
Great.
Krista and I had a fun Friday. And it's always nice to have the day off work because then you feel like you get the day started like at 2 p.m. You know what I mean? Because you're off work.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it was really awesome. And we took a trip out to her grandparents this weekend to help her mom with her new house. It's pretty awesome. So
nice.
She bought it's really interesting because she bought I think her house was built in like the early 1900s. I can't remember.
Oh, cool.
And the foundation, we went down to the like the basement area, and the foundation is rocks.
Oh, wow.
No way.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
cool.
if you think about it, they didn't have, cement or cinder blocks or anything like that back then. So
or cement.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yep.
They didn't have cement
or cement
or cement
or Kinder blocks. Is that what they're called? Kinder blocks
or Lincoln logs? Well,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty,
rocks.
It was pretty
that's
cool.
Weird.
I was like, wow.
I went down into the basement and it was Legos.
It's pretty impressive.
Those things have been around forever. Yeah.
When you think about architecture from 100 years ago holding up today.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. How cool.
Yeah, the houses they build today, in 100 years, we're going to see what those will be like.
Yeah, exactly. There'll be something left over.
There'll be toothpicks.
But yeah, that was really cool. And, I love just like getting out into the mountains and just kind of like, sitting outside, taking in the air, playing a game of Hearthstone.
Yeah, that's my boy.
There it is.
That's what I'm talking about. I love that.
Oh my gosh. Well, man, happy belated birthday.
Yeah, man, seriously.
Which one is this for you? 28?
29.
Nice.
29. Yeah.
Yes.
Come on up here, boy.
That's right. Come on up.
Next year's going to be a big one, man. 30.
Yeah,
Shoot.
buddy.
We got to do something. Oh, Timothy Hall is in his 20s still.
I know, isn't that crazy?
I love it.
It's so crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Man, I'm old. Oh, that sucks.
Oh, man,
it's all
that's
relative.
So great. Yeah.
I guess.
Not to AARP, it's not.
No.
Yes, they have a set age. But other than that, it's all relative.
What else besides Hearthstone? Anything else?
I played some more Borderlands. I'm almost finished with the pre-sequel. I know I'm done because I'm on the chapter called the beginning of the end.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
That's a good indicator.
Which I thought I was at the end because it was kind of like one of those peak moments where you're like, okay, yeah, this is the end of the game.
Right.
But no, I guess it's not. So
funny.
I'm still enjoying it, but I don't know that I'm going to go back to 2.
Yo, really?
Well, I think you've had your fill of it. It sounds like because you've been doing this one for the past 3 to 4 weeks now.
Yeah, and the pre-sequel's kind of stingy with like the good guns, which is weird.
Yeah, I guess we've been spoiled with Borderlands too.
Yeah, I mean, like I think I've only found maybe 2 legendary weapons, and I think those were ones that they were going to give you anyway. And the game,
that's no fun.
Yeah, and the game kind of pulls a switcheroo on you because they give you a gun right before like what seems to be the final missions. Like they give you a gun and it's like blue, so it's like it's about halfway to legendary.
Mm-hmm.
But it is insanely useful in the game, and it's just like I said, it's kind of deceptive because it looks like a weak gun, but when you actually use it in this part of the game, like it's so powerful just because of this type of element it uses. So
that's cool.
Pretty interesting how they do that.
It's the greatest feeling having like a gun that you're comfortable with and can crush it, and you're like, oh, this is great. I'm unstoppable.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. What I usually do is like I'll roll with like a sniper rifle, a pistol, a submachine gun, and then a rocket launcher.
Nice.
So I just kind of like to have that mix of guns so I can switch to whatever is needed. Yeah.
Yep.
Like Gearbox, they have the original narratives, obviously, Borderlands and Borderlands 2. They gave 2K Australia, and I don't know if there were some approvals needed or whatnot, but they gave them some pretty good story beats to go off of.
Oh, really? That's good.
Like they're pretty important moments in the game that like reveal stuff about the characters, like that you would think that they would want to hold on to for themselves. But I mean, I don't know. Like I said, what was involved, like if it was pitched to Gearbox, like, hey, we're going to do some of these things with these characters, but they gave them some pretty good freedoms in there to develop those characters more. I was kind of afraid the game would be a little vanilla because it wasn't like panned at launch, but it was not exciting to people at launch, but it does have some important story stuff in there. So it's very interesting to see like how much they were allowed to have or how much freedom, really.
Nice.
Very cool.
And I need some recommendations on Vita games to get because I got a Vita TV.
You got a
nice.
Vita? Nice.
Yes. Heck yes. That's awesome. I'm so glad you got that. I don't know why that makes me so happy.
Well, it was on sale, so it was at GameStop for $39.99.
Oh,
and it sold out, I think, in like 2 hours, maybe, or maybe it was like 6 hours. I don't know. But Walmart had it for like $49, so I picked it up off the website. They didn't have the same price or in store. I picked it up off the website, and it's coming, I think, tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
So I need some recommendations on games to play. I kind of figured that $50 was enough of a risk to take on this thing.
Sure.
Ollie.
Alrighty.
It's so hard because so many of them have released. Now some of them have released on PS4. Like my favorites were Guacamelee was awesome, which is on PS4. Obviously, I would say Final Fantasy X, if Blast for the Past, but it's on PS4 now too.
Yeah, everything gets there eventually, I guess.
And then
Persona 4 Golden.
Yeah, exactly. And then Ali Ali's made its way is on PS4 too, so it's hard. Those were the ones I like. And then there was Tearaway, which was awesome.
Is it sad that I'm like excited that all my PS1 classics will work on it?
No, that's not sad.
Awesome,
that's awesome.
That's really cool.
Well, you know, it's I would think it would be hard to get excited about, you know, almost 20-year-old games.
Nah, Jack.
If anybody can do it, you can, Hall.
Yeah, I still enjoy them.
We believe in you.
We've been talking about Myst the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's quite true.
Wasn't there a version of Myst on PlayStation? The original?
There had to have been.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it may not be on the PSN store, but
Nice, man. Well,
That's
happy
great,
belated
man.
birthday again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
So glad you got a Vita TV.
That's
Remote
really
play,
cool.
baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
man.
That's
love
the
that.
main reason
Yeah.
I wanted to get one, is so that I could keep my PS4 in the office and like take the Vita TV in the bedroom or somewhere else.
Yeah, it's cool.
Sounds good to me,
But
Jack.
it can remote play over the internet somewhat decently, right? Like if I want to take it somewhere else.
I've never gotten it to work amazingly, but other people have said that yes, that was the case.
Has your internet connections been better?
Yeah, it's been significantly better.
Okay,
I
well, that's
always get my max speed now. So I don't know if they
Nice.
upgraded something or what. Or that I canceled our TV package because we never use it. So
Yeah.
now we just have cable. So it's like, whatever, like cable internet.
good. Right.
Oh,
Well, that's
by
good.
the way, I meant to tell you, Mad Men season finale this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
We tested out Sling TV.
Ooh.
Oh, how was it?
It's not that good.
Okay.
Oh,
It's mainly because the stuff that everybody wants to watch, it gets hung up.
shoot.
That stinks.
So
Because the bandwidth, because you think because it's going out to too many places?
it could be. I mean, we watched like everything like after and before was working perfectly. So
Jeez, man.
There's so many factors in that, though, too. It could be just a glitch in your ISP. It could be their bandwidth. It could
no,
be
I
a
wrote
lot
to
of
them and
things.
they admitted it was them.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
they were like, "Oh, well,
There you go.
we've noticed with some of the primetime stuff, you know, this can happen." And I'm like, "Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
No.
Better fix that."
Yeah, exactly. It's prime time for a reason. It's because a lot of people are going to be wanting to watch that.
I will say that the deal is good though. Like for what you get, you know, $20 for basically all the channels we watch. It's fine.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. You can. So some of the things that they offer, you can like adjust your connection speed and stuff.
Mhm.
So if you have a slower internet connection, you can, you know, adjust it to SD. But the HD looks really good. So they did nail that.
Oh, that's cool.
nice.
It looks better than Comcast's cable package. So
There you go. Nice. Is that you for the weekend?
I think that's all. But hang on, I'm gonna need about a half hour more.
Exactly. Yeah.
We got time. Go for it.
I'm totally kidding.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Right.
the life of Timothy Hall.
Yeah, exactly. A morning with Timothy Hall.
That's right.
Do.
Yeah. Need a little theme music.
Oh, it's so awesome.
Router.
Oh, man. Some proud daddy moments this past weekend. My little girl Piper had her ballet recital. And,
Oh, yes.
and she didn't embarrass anybody. It was great. No, she crushed it. It was really sweet. She's in a group with it's like from 3 and then it goes up to 6. So it's kind of a weird age group because there's some like really bigger kids than she is, and you can tell. But she had another friend who goes to her preschool too that was in it. So the two of them, they kind of buddied the two of them up. And she did great. She was so cute. She had a little costume on with her hair up in a bun. And yeah, it was a nice, proud Papa moment. And
Nice.
the recital
She
was...
ain't come out with her own boombox like, man, bump this.
I got this.
Wham, 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 wham.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go. That'd be amazing. She brings a little cardboard out, starts breakdancing on stage. Oh, that girl loves to dance, though. I will
You'd
say.
be proud if she did that too, though. That's the problem.
I would be standing up like, that's my girl.
Exactly. Tim's the only guy standing up in the middle, like, go, 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 go. She's got a helmet on. She's doing a head spin.
Oh, that would be amazing.
In a freaking tutu.
That's right. She's rocking it. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, it was great. My niece Amelia was also in the same recital. The recital is like a kind of the dance company, His Town Dance. It's like their annual thing. That's kind of how they end their entire dance season. And so Amelia, my niece, is part of it too. So she did like a hip hop and a jazz routine. Dude, that recital was 3 hours long.
What?
There were 48, count them, 48 different dances that happened. So it was
Are you serious?
If Piper was 10 and Amelia had one at 22 and 38, and we probably could have left after that, but we were like, well, we're almost there. We might as well just stick around.
Exactly.
3
oh my gosh.
hours long. It was insane.
So how many games of Hearthstone did you play?
None. I wish I could.
Oh, what?
It was horrible. So
I definitely would have been playing some Hearthstone.
I know, right? Yeah, but then your phone would be shining on everybody else too. I mean, it was in this big auditorium. It was really dark. I will say the dances were really good. Like some of the routines actually were really, really solid. So it was good. But I was like, whew, I hope she's early next time so we could just be like, all right, peace, see ya.
Exactly.
But she did great, and it was a lot of fun. Lauren is up at a trade show up in NYC, so it's daddy-daughter week. We're sitting here chilling, just cleaning up after the massive party we had last night, and stuff got real. It was
beer
crazy.
Bottles all over the place.
Exactly right. Chocolate milk bottles all over the place. I mean, it was nuts.
There's a drunk donkey sleeping on the couch. You're like, what in the where did this donkey come from?
No, but she's been so sweet and really good, and yeah, we haven't had any problems. And she and I went and picked up my pre-ordered copy of The Witcher 3 last night.
Woo-hoo!
And she gave us a good old smile. And of course, I'm not letting her watch it or play any of it. But it was the principle of the thing. That's my gamer girl, and she usually goes with me to pick up a lot of the pre-order stuff.
Is it a little scary looking or something?
No, not at all.
Oh, I didn't know if you were saying you didn't let her.
No. Just because of the actual content, the Witcher series have been known to have a lot of language and some skin and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. There's quite a bit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, so I did that. Just been working as well, and on the gaming front, Hearthstone. I want my life back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yesterday, and I texted the guys this. Yesterday, I completed my 100th victory in about a week and a half of playing Hearthstone.
Boom, baby.
I said, ... I have a problem. But the good thing is it gave me 300 coin, and now I've experienced the arena, and I really like playing in the arena too, which is a lot of fun and challenging as well.
Job's done.
Job's done. So, it was it's really good, man. That game just continues to surprise me. How to me, it's like I don't know. It's a nerd's modern day chess is essentially what it is.
Interesting.
And like if you don't really play chess, this would be a great game for you to play if you want to be challenged with and use strategery, as it were. So I've been doing that because I think you get better loot too, which is really good. So whenever I have 150 coin, I'll go ahead and jump into the arena and do my best to stay on top of it. So it's been fun.
Yeah, the arena is awesome.
So Dragon Age Inquisition unfortunately has been kicked to the curb. Got my pre-order of Witcher 3 last night, popped it in, and was up for about 2 hours playing.
Nice.
And it is going to be huge.
Really?
I mean, huge. So I haven't even finished the first main mission yet. And like I've already picked up like 6 different side quests. It is beautiful looking. The tutorials go through. I mean, there is a lot to take in. but it's not overwhelming yet. So it's great. Like, when you start a game, you're like, all right, let's get into the swing of things. Let's figure this out. Like, this is going to be one of those games where you're just going to, like, after a while, once you have everything down, you're just going to go and start doing all kinds of stuff. The world is huge. And they did something really cool in the packaging. It's kind of a throwback to how we used to get our games, where they have a map of the world that folds out and you can look at the whole map. Because of my pre-order, I got a copy of the official CD, the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
And they also give you a gamer's guide, like complete with the little schematic of your PS4 and what the controls are. Like, I was like, oh, this is going old school.
Really?
Yeah. And then they also included a little insert from CD Projekt that said, thank you so much for, it was actually very touching. They said, thank you so much for purchasing this. We know that there's a lot of games out there. We've spent 3 years making this game. We're giving you a special offer where we have 12 or 14 DLCs of The Witcher 3 that we are giving away for free to you. Go to this site to learn more about it. So they are essentially, once you've purchased The Witcher 3, you're going to have all the DLC for free, which I thought was really cool.
That is cool.
So I was like, wow. I mean, and they put a lot of thought into all this, and I thought it was really neat. So kudos to CD Projekt for putting this together. So yeah, so I cracked it open at about 11:30 last night. Went to bed at like 1:30, 1:45, and I haven't even scratched the surface. But it looks really cool. It's going to be a great game. So I will see you all in the fall, because I'm going to be playing that forever.
Nice. That's awesome.
All right, Gabriel, talk to us about Remy and how things are going.
Everything's great. I don't know if I've slept since the last podcast.
Okay, perfect. Good. Yep. That's about right.
So if you hear me start just saying weird things, or it feels like my brain's not working, that's totally why.
Maybe you'll fall asleep on the podcast now.
Exactly. It could happen.
Okay, good.
For sure.
I'm looking forward to it.
And I won't be as quiet as when you fell asleep.
That's so great.
So Remy's great, man. Great addition to the family. He he's a great baby, and he's a baby still though. So he ain't got no job or nothing. I'm just kidding. Jenny, somebody was I think it was Jenny was asking me yesterday. She was like, "Does he seem bigger to you?" Because her mom came over who hadn't seen Remy. She's seen him off and on. It's not like we see him every day, but and I was like, I don't think they even seem bigger to me until they can hold their own head up.
Right. Until they can walk.
Exactly. And so, he sleeps all the time, and except at night, for some reason, he likes to keep her popping, but it's all good. A small price to pay, I guess, for the first little bit. And, but there is definitely times when he'll start crying. You're like, I understand why you're crying so much.
We've done everything for you. What more do you need?
Exactly. We're at the car dealership. Will this make you happy? Did you like the red one?
I'm tired.
And so there definitely is it feels like you're, burning the candle at both ends, and it's just going to catch up with you. Like today, I have a long day, and I'm just,
you're already tired. You're done.
Yeah. And just knowing that what my day entails, I'm like, oh shoot. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna, and a bunch of it has to do with reading. And I'm like, this is gonna suck. I'm gonna do terrible. And so, so I go straight from this to a job, and then I probably doing that job as an on camera thing for probably 4 to 5 hours. And I just know that I'm going to be there like bloodshot. They're going to be like, Gabe looks like crap. We need to get somebody else up in here.
Makeup.
Exactly. They're like, we need new eyeballs.
If you get what you've been doing in your free time.
Exactly. Yeah, right? It'd be like crack cocaine. It looks like.
Somebody get some eye drops for this boy.
Exactly. Yeah. Ben Stein walks in. He's like, clear eyes.
Clear eyes.
Awesome.
Patillo.
And so, Patillo.
Dry eyes. Clear eyes.
I did start up Bloodborne.
Oh, Oh, good night.
Yowzers. So I don't know if that, what's hard for me to get yet, because I didn't get to like, I got to sit down and play it for a good minute, but like, I'm not sure if it's really hard or my fingers don't like the controls. So when you start off, the combat is really slow. And so it's like swing, swing, swing. And I'm like, I'm like hitting the buttons. And so I found out too, like if I hit like, XX circle, which circle is dodge. So if I like swing and then they're going to start swinging, but I've already hit X again, but I'm going to go to dodge. It doesn't have like, it's not going to change to the dodge. It's going to do the second swing that you put in, then dodge.
So it's sequential. So it's going based on what you hit.
Exactly. And I mean, maybe I can like, if I hit X 10 times real fast, it's not going to wait through all 10 times, but it definitely like will do that second swing. It won't like just change the animation and dodge.
Right.
And so that's frustrating. So I think I'm more learning how to play it than it being hard yet, but it definitely like, I'm definitely like still on the first level, like whatever.
Right.
I've played that first level probably like 15 times. Like, just like, okay, so, all right. Okay. How does this work? Oh, okay. Okay. You die. You get resurrected here. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Die. Resurrected back here. And then you get really far and then you start getting nervous. You know how you talk about like on Crossy Roads when you pass your own high score and your thumb starts being like, I don't know how to play this game anymore.
I know you all sweat.
Yeah. And you're like, die and into the water. And you're like, I never jump in the water. That's how it feels because you get really far, but I don't know how the save points work or what to look for if there's any save points to be had.
There's no save points in the game at all. You just got to play it all in one sitting.
Exactly. So. Yeah, exactly. Like Super Mario Brothers. I'm like, I should be able to save my state at least. Can I get a ROM up in this piece? So it's been hard because like I'll get far and then die because I don't really know what's going on, but and I'm a little run and gun with it.
Right.
But it doesn't feel like a stealth game either. And so you're like, I'm just trying to figure it out. And it definitely, I mean, when I said I was playing it, everybody was like, ooh, all right, well, just know that the game hates you. And so
exactly.
And you definitely feel that.
Yeah.
You feel hated.
All I've heard is that you just have to be really specific with how you're going to use your combat. Like, and that it sounds like that's exactly what's happening. Like, you can't necessarily button mash. You have to actually slow it down and be like, okay, I'm going to hit X and then I'm going to hit diamond, or triangle, whatever. It's one of those. I think it's very specific that way. And for some people, that's why I wouldn't do it, because I'd be button mashing the crap out of that stuff.
Press X to die.
Press X to die. Exactly.
So I like it though. I just need to figure it out.
Visually, it's great, right?
Oh yeah, visually and all that. Yeah, it looks good. The sound design is great. But I just need to figure out like, all right, so am I supposed to play the level and then teleport back to where I was resurrected, then go back to this other thing and drop off some of the currency kind of thing? Like,
they don't have any help for that? They don't tell you anything?
No, not really.
Wow.
And another thing is like you gain, I don't know what the currency is. I'll forget what it's called. But if you die, they take it all away. So you're like back at zero. Everything's at zero. And you're like, whoo. But then if you've used an item, the item is still gone. So it's not like they give that back to you. They just, so it's not like they reset you. Anyway.
They take the money and run.
Exactly. So Bloodborne. Yowzers.
I give you another week and see how that goes. You might be switching up.
Exactly. I think the hard part is like my gaming is getting so sporadic.
Yeah,
like in this first little bit of when the baby's brand new. Yep. And so you're like, shoot, do I want to sit down and only get to play for 45 minutes and just be frustrated that whole 45 minutes? Or you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I've got Battlefield Hardline sitting there. So I should try that. And yeah. And so I'm like,
that's going to make you laugh.
Hopefully in a good way. Like, this is ridiculous.
It will, especially when you tell people to freeze. That'd be great.
And so, I'm just like, or hold out and, Batman's around the corner and stuff
Yeah,
like
you can
that.
borrow Dragon Age if you would like.
Oh, yeah. See, and I really wanted to play Dragon Age. So
All right.
I have no idea.
We got you, man. We got it.
So that's it, man. Weekend update.
That's
complete. Gracious. Router.
After you, sir.
You got it. Well, let's do it.
All right. New releases for this week. The one we've been waiting for a long time. The next major release. Farming Simulator 15 for the PS3, PS4, Xbox One, and Xbox 360.
Perfect.
No,
you laugh, but I'd like to try that.
I bet you would.
That'd be cool.
Exactly.
So here's the similar to its predecessor in Farming Simulator 15. You
Of course.
face the daily challenges of a modern farmer as you grow crops, sell produce, rear livestock, and manage and develop ...
Yeah. Nice.
There
You get to do billing.
Billing.
Get the bacon apple pie.
Yeah.
Send out
dang.
invoices.
That's right. Tune up the tractor. All that fun stuff. No, the major one, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. GameSpot gave it 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yep. Released for the PC, Xbox One, and PS4. Oh man, so far it's really nice. It's beautiful, and this is going to be a good one.
Was there an overwhelming amount of controls, like things to remember?
Yeah. Some of the combat might be because there's different, like you can parry, there's dodge, there's hard attack, there's soft attack, and then you also throw in, you have some spells that you can do. Right now it's not terribly overwhelming. It's just trying to figure out where everything goes. The menu is very expansive. There's a lot that you can look at and like go through. And me, like I get impatient sometimes. I just want to get into it and start really kind of getting the feel for it. So 2 hours in, I still don't feel 100% confident, but I'm always thinking, man, this is going to be good. I can't wait till tomorrow morning to start playing it some more. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and we'll see.
Nice.
So yeah, that's out. Life is Strange Episode 3, Chaos Theory, released for PC, PS4, PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 360. And everybody can fire up their fire teams again because Destiny House of Wolves is out for the PS4, PS3, Xbox One, and Xbox 360.
Nice.
Ooh, no.
All you sure?
No.
The moon.
It came from the moon.
Ooh.
I feel like it's the same thing as like he might as well have been like the claw.
He's come to save us. The claw. Oh Lord. There you have it. New releases for this week.
Nice.
Back to you guys.
And we know the community is trying to come up with.
I know they've been awesome.
Yeah, I love the ideas over on the forum. Chris McCracken, Uncle Bread fan, started up I think it was him that started up a thread that was like,
save our game charts or something like that.
Yes, yeah, exactly. The game charts segment is dead. We need something else for Router to do.
I know, exactly. I'll fall asleep during that time. How's that?
We'll find something.
Yeah, I keep checking. I will continue to check. I think they really are focusing on, if you're paid now, they're putting all their attention on that.
Yeah.
It's really weird. I've never seen this happen. Like in all the episodes we've had, this is the first time where they've just been like, "Yep, we're done." They haven't, and I checked on their blogs or anything. They haven't made any type of announcement or anything. They just haven't updated it since March 28th. And that's like almost across the board too. I think there may be one or two other things that they may have updated, but that's it. So it's all good. We'll come up with something else.
This is a family show. We could get Remy involved. Top 10 naps or something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like that.
Exactly.
Top 10 diaper changes. Go.
Exactly. We've had some.
I'm sure.
Hall, give us something.
Well, I mean, we're getting close to E3, so, I think we should probably start with the news of the week. Candy Crush Saga pre-installed on Windows 10.
Is it really?
Wow,
Yes.
really?
Golly.
All right.
How did that work out?
Because it makes a lot of money, and I kind of wonder if they're going to be
It worked
bringing
out great for King. That's how it worked out.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to
Right.
be bringing the pay-to-play elements to Windows 10.
Sure
They have
will.
to.
Yeah.
That reminds me of installing like Windows like Dell version and getting all your garbage with it.
Oh God,
I
all those
know.
add-ons,
Bloatware.
Mhm.
bloatware. Exactly.
So I wonder if like 25 years from now, they're going to be having a Candy Crush tournament like they're doing with Solitaire. Because
Nice.
Solitaire is celebrating 25 years of being on Windows, and they're
That's
doing
so
some
funny.
kind of tournament.
A solitaire tournament.
Yeah, trust me. I was like, that's weird.
That's real
Well,
weird.
everybody wins, I guess. Eventually.
Or do they?
Yeah, you don't
And
have
at the
to.
end, all the cards just fly out like they do on Windows
Yeah.
95 or
And
whatever.
then it turns into a battle to the death.
I always had them do the bounce exit, like bounce.
Yeah, I love
yeah,
the
they
bounce
fly
up.
out and bounce.
Yep.
Speaking of, like, when I saw this story, I was thinking, like, when are we going to get, like, sugar-free Windows 10 or something? Because, some hacker's going to put together, like, Windows 10 without Candy Crush.
I
Oh,
know,
sure.
exactly, sure. I actually can't wait for Windows 10. Like, does it say when it's coming out yet? Do we know when it's coming out? Does it say
I mean,
that story?
the betas are out there, and a lot of people who are on, like, the stable betas are saying, like, it's pretty much almost done.
Because I just want it just for that, because it's going to have the remote play for Xbox One.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
So I'm excited for that, and having a computer that can do something.
I'm kind of
Yeah.
hoping it leads to, like, a Sony doing, like, more remote play stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would love to have that option on my iPhone or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I've got it on my Android, Bishops.
Uh-huh.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's interesting. Candy Crush pre-installed. I guess they have to like swap out the games. You know what I'm saying? I guess people are done with like Free Cell and Backgammon and
No, they're not.
Yeah. No.
No way.
Oh man, I don't even know where those games are on Windows 8. To tell you the truth, like I don't even know where to go find them. It's so confusing for me, having switched from Vista or whatever I was on before. Maybe
Oh
7.
Lord.
Yeah, we
Poor
got to
thing.
keep up with the like hot games. So Gabe, get on that Free Cell.
Exactly.
That's right.
I used to
Get
play
on that
the crap out
Minesweeper,
of Free
man.
Cell. Yeah, I love Minesweeper. I'll
Yep.
race somebody on Minesweeper. This was the best application for PS Now that I've heard yet. So, God of War 3 is coming to PS4. I don't know if we've talked about that before, but
Remastered.
yep, remastered.
Why?
And cause you can.
Because it's God of War.
And so anybody who pre-orders God of War 3 will receive a 90-day rental of God of War and God of War 2, which I thought was a brilliant idea.
Mhm.
So when you bring out a game and then, if you pre-release it or whatever, you get the rental of the games prior to it if you want to get caught up.
Oh, that's cool. All
And
right.
I was like, this is the best PlayStation Now has looked to me. Like, this makes perfect sense. Put out a game. And
that is smart.
Yeah, I love that. And so the PS3 HD remastered versions of God of War 1 and 2 usually come in around $10 for a 90-day rental. So you get like $20 worth of stuff if you pre-order God of War 3, which
That's
I thought
pretty
was
cool.
awesome. Yeah.
PS Now, like the lineup is starting to look pretty good, but the price for the subscription is still too high.
Still too high, man.
Yeah, the subscription to me would make the most sense, but they need to get more stuff in there, and it needs to be a little cheaper.
I agree.
I think they'll work out some of those issues because they'll probably notice that not a whole lot of people are doing it.
Uh-huh.
And then maybe we'll see a price drop. We'll probably see a price drop in the next couple months.
It could be something as simple as they get the entire first party library from PS3 on there and then, charge $10 a month or something.
Right.
But they are smart with this pre-order of God of War, because I think that kind of helps get people to test it out. So I think you need to keep doing that, because it's something that's new. I think a lot of people are skeptical about it. If I've pre-ordered, I may be like, yeah, why not? I'll give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
So now they have a lot to prove. Like if it sucks or if we see a lot of lag or just some disruptions, then you
that's
better,
no good.
Yeah, you better think twice. But yeah, I mean, they're doing the smart thing. They're doing the smart marketing thing. Yeah, hey, test this out. Here you go. Offering some things to people who pre-order something like that. It's a perfect tie-in, and that makes a lot of sense.
And they could do it with Uncharted as well.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, they could totally do that. There.
Yep, that would be really cool. Bless you.
Bless you. Give us something else, Hall.
Casey Hudson. Remember how we talked about how he left BioWare? He's the old lead on the Mass Effect games.
Oh yeah, you're talking about a couple months ago now.
Mm-hmm. It was a little bit ago. He's joined up at Microsoft.
Hey,
working on Xbox and Halo and HoloLens.
Oh yeah,
HoloLens.
Nice. I'm still so torn about all that stuff, man. But people are pouring a lot of money. They got to know something we don't know with the HoloLens and with the Morpheus and all that.
I don't know either.
It worked for Kinect.
What? Well, kind of. Except that they're having to reassure people we haven't given up on Kinect. You're like, oh, great.
Yeah, I'm totally joking.
That's interesting. I can't wait to see what comes out with what goes on with the HoloLens and stuff like that. Like, it's probably not going to be a rush out and buy for me.
No,
but I hope that they implement it in ways that are. I've just got to believe that they've got a great idea stored up in there that they're trying to get to, that they're just not there yet with it.
Yeah,
and I can't wait to see what that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the next. It seems like it's the next step in virtual reality. So we have our Oculus Rift. It's gaining a lot of popularity. This is like the next level. It's going to take a while for it to gain popularity because it's such a next level thing.
Right.
Do you think that people are kind of waiting for that one that makes them jump? I mean, like if you think about it, if you think about it, the iPhone was the smartphone to make people start considering smartphones in the mainstream.
Right.
Even though smartphones had been out for a while at that point. So I wonder if.
Yeah, they totally have to, because they have to introduce like slowly, just kind of, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm torn by this. I just don't know.
I think people may also be getting like a little technology tired, if you will.
Yeah.
Because like they're kind of feeling like, well, I'm going to be walking around with like my watch, my phone, my glasses. This is getting a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They have to figure out, how can this apply to you and to each person, like into either a family household or what? Like once there's an application that, that makes sense for me in my lifestyle, then I think everybody would jump on it. When the iPod first came out, Lauren got me one for Christmas. It was like a big surprise. I'm like, oh, babe, you got me. It was like first gen. Remember how big those things were?
Yeah, like a brick.
And I ended up taking it back because it wasn't like I would listen to all my stuff. I was never out. Like I don't travel much. I didn't have a need for it. Right. So I didn't get an iPod really until the phones came out, and I'm like, well, it's an iPod and a phone, and that makes perfect sense, and that way I can listen to music if I am out and about, and it's also my phone, and that's what I use. So I think it's going to take time to figure out, hey, how can this apply to my life?
Exactly.
And right now, I don't see it doing anything for me at all.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I think I was an early adopter on the iPod just because of podcasts. Because they've been around for at least 10 years now.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yep,
so
exactly.
I mean, it made perfect sense because a podcast would be the entire length of a CD almost.
Yep.
So if you just loaded them up onto your 15 gig iPod.
Yeah, 15 gigs, baby.
Gosh, that thing was so big.
It was massive.
Yeah, I mean, I could take shows on demand with me. So,
Nice.
10 years later, this is what we're all doing. We're pulling out our phones every 15 seconds. We're wearing watches.
Yep.
We're getting into glasses.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy.
It's going to get crazy here in a minute. Like nobody's going to get up off the couch. Like there'll be no reason to.
Oh, it's going to be Wall-E.
It is. I was just going to say, is it going to be the Wall-E generation where we're all just be
I never
levitating?
saw that movie.
You didn't? Oh man, it's good. Yeah,
it's so good.
Oh man, that's great. So this is something all of a sudden I want to do. So we've been talking about the Nintendo World Championships 2015. Well, they're going to be doing qualifiers for it in 8 Best Buys across the country. I know that's not a lot, but the qualifiers will run from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Local time on May the 30th in Long Island City, New York, Miami, Florida, Schaumburg, Illinois, Maple Grove, Minnesota, Dallas, Texas, Torrance, California, San Francisco, California, and Tacoma, Washington. And players will be competing in the championship mode of Ultimate NES Remix on Nintendo 3DS. Trying to get a high score in Super Mario Brothers 3, and Dr. Mario. I was like, oh, snap. No, they didn't say Dr. Mario. I need to get out there.
Jenny would win it.
Exactly. Had to learn. So the winner of each of the 8 qualifiers will move on to the final event, which will take place, obviously, like we've talked about, on the 14th of June at the Nokia Theater in LA. And they're saying like 750 players max on each store. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, that is.
Especially we're talking about Maple Grove, Minnesota. I have no idea where that is.
It's got to be near Minneapolis, right?
But it's not San Francisco, is what I'm saying.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? San Francisco, there's, what do they say? There's like 7 or 8 million people just right in the Bay Area.
Holy cow.
Yeah, which is crazy. It's a lot of people. But they have none in Tennessee. Obviously, I think our closest would be Schaumburg, Illinois.
Which must be near Chicago.
Right.
Yeah, it's a bit of a drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just not, to go get beat by a 13-year-old.
Sure.
It's really a long drive. I mean, leave with my head hung low. Like, man, he talked about my mom while I was standing there. It wasn't even over the internet. I'm like, stop, I'm trying to focus.
You're going to give Darius's PR team like a nightmare. He's going to be like, no, I'm not involved with this.
Exactly.
I know nothing about this.
Yeah, stop encouraging kids to play video games, Darius. Gosh. That's funny. What else you got, Hall?
20 years ago, Sega Saturn was revealed. And I know I talk about this a lot because it was just insane, but they were like, and it's available now.
That is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, that was so nuts. They were, so a little bit of background on this. At the time, Jaguar was out, I believe, the Atari Jaguar. Which was doing terrible, by the way.
Right.
Like, I didn't know anybody that had it, and it didn't look that interesting.
Only your rich friends had it.
Yeah, and besides that, it was the 64-bit. They were like, oh, it's a 64-bit console. Okay, but does it have games?
Right.
And are they any good?
Yeah, that's all fine and good, but is it good? Do they have any games?
Yeah. And I didn't realize it, but they had also announced it because they were afraid of what Sony was doing. And Sony came out and announced their console at $100 less. So it was almost kind of like a PS4, Xbox One moment where Sega Saturn, they were like, it's available now at $399. And Sony announced the PlayStation, available soon, and said, and it's going to be $299.
Wow.
And I forgot that thing launched at $299. I thought it was $399 when it came out.
Which one? The first PlayStation?
Yeah.
No, yeah. I think I remember that.
Nah, I couldn't remember.
I remember it being within reach. If it would have been $400, your boy wouldn't have got one.
Yeah.
My mom would have been like, I'm a single parent, right?
Right.
2 of y'all jokers.
No.
Not spending $400 on something y'all can fight over.
I remember I got a Saturn probably a year after it came out for pretty cheap. So
well, yeah, they got cheap.
It dropped
quick.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the 20th anniversary of E3, which is kind of cool. So
Wow.
we'll have to see if they pull out any fun stuff out there and see if they do anything.
Poor Sega. Maybe they were like, we don't want to go to E3 because we don't want to be reminded of this.
That's right. They're not even going to be there this year.
A little salt in the wound
Oh,
for
gosh.
the 20th.
Sony comes out on stage. 20 years ago, we whooped the Sega Saturn.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like the freaking Microsoft, Sony, and Sega standing around. So it's like, Sega. Sega's like, I don't want to hear it, Sony. So it's like, Sega, hey, Microsoft, come here for a second.
Yeah, listen to this.
Sega, come here. Hey, come here, man. Where you going? Come here, man. It's been 20 years. Come on, man. I'm sorry. He's not over this. Hold on 1 second, Microsoft. Sega. Don't be like that. Why you gotta be like that?
All right, go about your business.
I'm gonna tell the story regardless if you standing here or not. You might as well come over here and give your side of the story, or I'm gonna exaggerate.
Oh, that's
all right.
Is the punchline, and we were $2.99.
Be like, and them jokers said they was out already, and nobody cared.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was really sad, though.
That sucks.
They made a series of bad decisions.
I've made a huge.
I remember as a
Dreamcast
kid
was
though
so
being really
loved.
excited. I remember being excited though when they announced that. I remember it's out now. Like that was such a weird thing to do. Like Apple does it now, and people think it's genius, and you'll be able to get it tomorrow. And you're like, oh, snap the new phone. But like, Saturn does it 20 years ago, and people are like, what were they thinking? You know what I'm saying? I think Sega's always been like a little ahead of their thing, and that's why it doesn't work. It's kind of like Family Guy. Like when Family Guy first came out,
oh yeah,
people were like, what is this? And then it got canceled and then broke all the DVD sale records when it came to television shows. And then they had to bring it back. And so I feel like now Sega, I don't know if they ever hit their stride like Family Guy obviously has, but I think they were just slightly ahead of what was going on.
Interesting.
Yeah. That was the Dreamcast. It was
gosh.
It was the console that was getting a better launch library than the PS2 at its launch window, and it beat the PS2 by a year. Was it?
I don't remember. 99. I don't remember when the PS2 came out.
No, the Dreamcast was also sad because I think I picked that up like maybe a year after launch for very cheap.
Wow.
So, another situation.
And I mean, it was only in production for a year and a half or something crazy.
I know
gosh.
I know they had to cut their losses and stuff, but maybe they gave up a little too soon.
Was it because lack of content, or it just didn't function right?
600 Dreamcast games, I think, right?
There was a bunch of them, and a lot of them were good.
Yeah,
a lot of them were good. It was just the overshadowing of the PS2. I mean, the PS2 was a juggernaut when it came. I mean, to this day, I think PS2 is still one of the highest selling consoles ever.
I think it is.
Wow.
So, yeah. And so, I mean, the PS2 generation was like,
golden era.
Yeah. I mean, nothing else was even, they barely had any competition.
It was an inexpensive DVD player.
Well, that too, you know what I mean? But then, I mean, I don't know, man. I just feel like I can't remember. For some reason, the PS1 era, the PS2 era kind of mesh in my head. I think just because of the time of life that I was at when the PS2 came out. But like the PS2 was, everybody had a PS2. Mm-hmm. Everybody had a PS2.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't divided like it is now, like where half your friends had Dreamcast and half your friends had, you had 2 friends with a Dreamcast.
Wow.
And everybody else had, PS2s.
And you knew people that had Xbox.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody had played Xbox at some point too.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, Halo was, a force to be reckoned with on its own. Oh, memory lane.
There you have it.
Sorry, Router.
No, it's fine. Had a nice nap during that time. It was great.
Exactly, right, I went and made a coffee. Quickly on the PS4 and PS3, on the PSN store, I should say, there's a dedicated area for you now to go and donate to American Red Cross and Save the Children's efforts in Nepal.
No.
And so you
Poor
can
Nepal, man.
I know, Lord have mercy. You can donate $2, $5, $10, $20, $50, or $100. And the only reason two reasons I bring it up. Number one, because I mean, freak, man, shoot, we got to support these guys. I'm always weary of charities because I know how much money gets caught up in
logistics.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
In office before it even gets to the ground. So I like finding a little bit more boutique people with hands on the ground, and our church is linked up with somebody who's kind of, boots on the ground there in Nepal. But I bring it up to say, obviously donate to Nepal. And then number two, you kind of get a really cool theme called Inspired by Nepal for your PS4 and PS3. And it's actually a really, really cool theme. Like it looks nice. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Far Cry 4 for whatever reason.
Oh, nice.
Like when I'm looking at it, but it's like this watercolor thing with snow-capped mountains, and it looks really cool. So
nice.
You get a little something out of it. Yeah. Mm. So I thought that was kind of cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So donate to it's right there on the PSN store, which I thought was awesome that they're doing that. Hall, you got anything else, bud?
Yes, I really wanted to talk about the 12-second Doom 4 teaser.
Oh, yes. That was my last story.
At least it didn't take that long to watch.
Nice.
What did you think?
I mean, it's probably going to be pretty cool, but I think the bigger news is now that they've like teased this Doom 4, there's no way they can't announce Fallout 4, right?
Shoot, man.
Yeah, I mean,
why did they tease it? To say it's coming or to say it almost came out?
Right, just to have it delayed.
For Doom 4, probably to say that they're going to talk more about it at E3.
Yeah, everything now,
okay.
I think from here on out is they're going to save everything for E3.
Right.
Yeah, and like I said,
we get no news for the next
we're
month.
going to be like, so.
I mean,
no charts,
on that novel?
Yeah, still no charts.
Since they've revealed that they're going to talk about Doom 4, I mean, they have to have like more surprises. So Fallout 4 has to be announced, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Maybe. But what was Doom 4 like? So I know it was released, but are they saying that's an old clip or that's now?
I think that's now, because they were showing some concept stuff, but they never had a gameplay teaser, which
because all the stories I saw was like
3-second in-engine teaser, but
right, everything I saw was like, this is what Doom 4 would have looked like. Oh, what Doom 4 could have been.
Oh, and so, good Lord.
I'm not understanding if the clip is from like something that they released now or something that was made 5 years ago that got leaked.
No, I think this is a now, because the video is called Doom 4 E3 2013 trailer or 2015 teaser.
Oh, wow.
Oh, gosh, all my words are jumbled up.
It's all good.
I got you. Okay.
What Doom could have looked like looks pretty cool. I did see those, the screenshots.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like Doom, but looks like something.
Well, of course, yeah. Yeah, exactly. How do you look like something from that long ago, though? You know what I mean?
I don't know. You got to run 24 miles an hour.
Is that how fast it was in Doom?
Something crazy like that.
Something crazy fast. Yeah, man, I'm excited to see what they do with that. And I mean, we all know Fallout 4 is coming, so it's I mean, they've got to do that. Have to.
I think it's going to be much more cinematic than Fallout 3.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
When they, I don't know if Fallout 3 was in development. Yeah, I can't remember like when they started development on it, but I mean, that was almost 10 years ago, like when they started working on it. So games have arguably gotten more cinematic and more story driven since then. And
in less time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Quicker turnaround time.
Yeah. Happens.
This will be interesting.
Yeah, we will. One quick thing before we get into the questions. If you go down to your toy stores, maybe today, they're coming. They have these things called Tube Heroes. Their little, gosh, talk about not being able to speak. Lord have mercy. I want to call them action figures, but they're not really. They look more like Lego guys. And what they are little figurines of some of the top Minecraft YouTube players. And they're called Tube Heroes. And so it's including, I've never heard of any of these people, but maybe somebody listening with their kid in the car is going to be like, oh yeah, I know that. So Ant Venom, Ashley Marie Gaming, Exploding TNT, I've heard of that one, and Captain Sparkles are
so the story is we are old.
Yes.
Yeah, we're definitely old. That's for sure. So these guys are like immortalized as figures for playing Minecraft on YouTube. That's crazy.
That's nuts.
Cray cray. As the kids are saying.
That's right.
They're probably not saying that anymore. Oh gosh, we're old. Well, every week we ask you guys a question. This week was no different. We asked, have you ever backed something on Kickstarter? And what was your, how did that turn out for you? Starting over at the forums, J.W. Lacey, he said, let's see. So far, I've backed a few projects, Broken Age, point and click adventure game, Tenko King webcomic, Shadowrun Hong Kong, new expansion in the Shadowrun Returns series, and Secret Identity, which was a jazz cover album of DC and Marvel music.
Wow.
He said, I think that's it so far. I almost backed Mighty Number 9 and may get into the one for ukulele. I have not yet had a bad experience with these. I'm not really concerned with any backer rewards, simply want the early access or discount on the final product offered.
Yeah, see, that's cool. I get that.
Really cool. Drew, yes, 3 things. Pillars of Eternity and Wasteland 2 both came out and were excellent Baldur's Gate style RPGs. But the other, Shroud of the Avatar, is still in alpha, and I shouldn't spend money on it because Richard Garrett, the creator of it, has been to space. Freaking space. He didn't need a Kickstarter. So now I'm a little weary to back anything. Nick Fallhaber, still over on the forum. I funded 2 games. The first was an indie Nintendo DS game by Jason Rohrer. In that case, the game was done, just needed the Kickstarter to pay for the manufacturing the carts. So I have my copy of that. The second was League of Iya, IYA, which had a November 2014 projected release date and still isn't out yet. The creator is still sending out periodic updates on the project and plans to have it out this year. Over on Twitter, we got John Pant at JPant70. I funded Raise the Dead for $15. I get monthly updates and expect the game for PS4 this summer. That's the only one time, or that was the only time. Garrett Delosier, this is a different side of it. One of my short films was funded through Kickstarter. Money went to sets and building a rotating hallway like Inception.
Oh, wow.
I want to freaking see that. That sounds awesome.
Can we?
Scott L. Clark at Scotty Lindsay. I funded Amplitude on PS4. Digital codes went out recently for a copy of the game. Good experience. Although the game still hasn't come out. We just got PSN credit to cover the cost when it does. Taking longer than I thought. So, yeah, it's interesting. Thank you guys for answering our question. I was always wondering how that went. And so it's interesting to see that some people got their stuff. Some people are still waiting. And it's kind of what we probably thought it would be when it comes to that kind of thing. And that's what I'm always worried about. I'm too cheap. Even $15. I'm like, so I haven't got my $15 worth.
Yeah, right.
It takes a lot of update emails to feel like I got $15 worth of update emails.
I feel like you just took my money and ran.
Exactly. So thank you guys so much for answering the question. You guys know where to find us. Facebook.com/married to the games, Twitter.com/MTTGcast, YouTube.com/married to the games. We got the previews. I got a Shenmue Saturday coming out this Saturday. I know I took a week, 2 weeks off.
Tired Shenmue Saturday.
Exactly. I'm going to be whispering the whole time. Be like, so here we are. We just found the Phoenix mirror.
And we're about to.
Yeah, we're headed back to where? House number. For sure.
Oh, if that happens, please, yeah. I'm watching that.
Just post it anyway.
Yep.
Exactly.
I wonder if there's been a Let's Play where somebody falls asleep.
There's got to be.
There has to be.
One of those stay up for 24 hours and play gaming. I would have like the character just stops moving on Twitch.
Yeah.
People like, oh, they fell asleep.
And then they wake up, they're like, oh, it was a glitch. Sorry about that.
Like, sure it was. For 8 hours, it was a glitch.
Yep.
And Hall?
Oh, rate us on iTunes and
Nice. Oh my gosh.
That's all that needs to be said.
Hey, did anybody watch The Tonight Show last night with Jamie Foxx?
No, but I have some clips on YouTube that we have to watch because they did some funny stuff.
That Joker came out on like this self-balancing. It looked like a Segway, but only for the feet. Like you just stood on it. It didn't have like nothing came up in front. I want one. Pretty bad.
There you go.
What do you do? Just lean?
I guess you can't see him move. It's just moving. It almost, so it's got to be pretty sensitive, but it looked awesome when he came out. He came out on it and it was great.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Let's get into some questions.
Kick it off. We got some Twitter questions coming at you. Haley Nicole Miller at Hey, I'm Haley16. That's right. Our girl's back. Are you guys excited for hashtag Rise of the Tomb Raider?
Heck,
yes.
Yes.
Of course we are.
I'm more excited that I have an Xbox One and get to play it before it comes out.
I know, right? That's the great thing. I'm still on the fence about the exclusivity of this and how it's going to work, or even
4 days.
Right, or even if it's going to matter. And my theory is it's probably not going to matter.
Yeah.
It won't matter.
So whatever money they threw at it will probably just go right out the window, but I don't know. We'll see.
It'll be like it'll be like PS4, how they had like Destiny exclusive advertising and stuff. I don't think it made a difference.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I don't think this is going to make a difference. I don't think this is going to set any type of a trend.
It just matters how long it lasts. I mean, don't we still not know how long?
Yeah, we still don't know. I guess if it's like more than
if it's 6 months, then that's a long time.
Then that's huge. Yeah, that's
that would
massive.
Be insane.
Because that'd be through Christmas and everything, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they better plan on having a bundle if it's going to be that long.
You guys are probably right. It's gotta only be like they'd be foolish to not have it on both consoles by the time Christmas hits.
They'd be foolish to not have it on the leading next gen console, like soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, very true.
The one with the bigger install base. Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been like something releasing on PS3 exclusively for like months at a time. Last gen.
Right.
That wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting. Yeah, so heck yeah, Miss Haley. I'm super excited about that.
We're definitely excited for that game. That'll be great. At Arctic Warlocks, Tim Hall, are you going to ditch Hearthstone for the Gwent card game in The Witcher? Okay, so there's
Is it any good?
It's almost exactly like Hearthstone minus minions and anything like that, but it's kind of the same principle. You get dealt.
It's like Hearthstone, but it's nothing like Hearthstone.
Right. So. You get I did a quick round just to see. So you go to this inn and you end up talking to this guy, and you play this game with him, and you get 10 cards, and each card has a different person on it with a certain number value, and then kind of like a skill set that they have, and it's a turn by turn base game. I thought that was funny that they mentioned that. So if you ever do play The Witcher 3, try Gwent, or come over to my house and you can try playing Gwent.
I can't wait to try it out.
Yep, you'll love it.
I got hooked on that Final Fantasy VIII card game, so I can get hooked on the card stuff from the console games. So
that's awesome. Oh, their hashtag was PS4 in Ziploc bag while taking a bath. I thought that was perfect.
That is
That's
perfect.
awesome. At Sith Nightmare, Nathan, if you were offered the chance to go to the moon, would you take it? Why or why not?
Oh,
The moon.
Heck yeah, I would go to the moon. Absolutely. Once I get over the fear of going
dying.
up in a rocket
Exactly.
at some ungodly speed and then having 0 G's for a while.
Paul?
I would definitely do it. I've always been
be
interested
amazing.
in space.
I love space, man. I think it'd be amazing.
Yeah, a big cultural divide on this one, boys.
Like,
I ain't going to the moon. You crazy?
Oh, that's
For
amazing.
what? I barely do a hot air balloon.
I would not do a hot air balloon.
I have done it, and it's awesome.
It is? It's not scary?
It's so peaceful. It's like, you're.
Is it scary, though?
No, it's not scary because you're just floating along. It's really not at all. It was really cool. It's, what's funny about that is the conditions have to be like right. There cannot be a wind that's with gusts of more than even like 2 to 5 miles an hour.
Well, what happens?
I don't know, but I guess we
don't know where gusts of wind come from or where they're going.
Right. I mean, you are at the mercy of the wind, so like you will shift like where you're going, and that's why there's a chaser with you all the time. And there's
What's
somebody.
that?
There's
What's
somebody.
a chaser?
There's somebody in a car that just follows the hot air balloon because you got to land at some point. And so we ended up ended up landing in somebody's backyard. No joke.
Yeah, because you just have to come down just wherever. Right?
Yeah, you come down wherever, and it was funny. He was telling me in the summertime they usually try and go over, I think, a little more south of Franklin, where all those like $1 million horse farms are, and they are usually like doing big parties and barbecues and stuff, and they'll just land in there, and then they get free food.
So
nice.
When you come down just wherever, like, are the people in their houses like,
what happens is the chaser goes ahead and knocks on their door or like informs them, hey, we've got a hot air balloon and we're trying to find a place to land, and this is the perfect spot. Do you mind if we land?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's what the chaser's for. The chaser is the guy who has the trailer that you end up packing up everything in, and he's running around following you. And then like the guy in the driver, I guess you want to call it, in the hot air balloon has a walkie-talkie or something, and he'll just talk to the chaser about it and be like, okay, we're going to go here. Why don't you go in and see if somebody's home and if we have permission to use their backyard.
Interesting.
It was great, man. It was fun.
Yeah, I'd never do that.
No, it's great.
But you go to space?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll make no sense.
Space is different. I'm not going to be hanging in a basket.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Well, good
just
one.
Be hanging.
Moving on, at Iowa Runner, what is your favorite bad game? Shaq Fu was horrible, but I remember it fondly.
Gosh, I was gonna mention Shaq Fu, Gabe, when you were like, I don't know, man, I got to get my $15 worth. I was gonna be like, so you didn't spend $80 on Shaq Fu, right?
Oh gosh.
Favorite bad game? I don't know. I don't know if I have one yet.
It's hard to say what a bad game is because you don't usually, if you're enjoying it, you usually don't know it's bad until you get on the internet.
It's very
like,
subjective.
oh, this game is bad. Yeah. I would say probably Knights.
It's not a bad game, or was it? Like, was
I don't
it
know.
It's hard.
It's hard to tell. I don't remember. But like looking back, I'm like, that wasn't a good game, right? You know?
No, that was a great game. I loved it.
Okay, I'll go with Night Trap.
That's a pretty
Double
good one.
Switch. Oh, I freaking loved those games, and I have no idea if they're bad or not because I loved them.
They were so good.
Maybe they're bad.
They're so bad it's good.
Yeah, Hall.
It's video on my Genesis.
Exactly. Hall, what you got?
I mean, Shaq Fu is like the first thing that comes to mind because it's like an image of an era, like before the world was so incredibly sarcastic and cynical.
Yeah, before it was so jaded.
Yeah, like it was like that was supposed to be a cool game. Yeah. Now it's just a joke.
Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal, man.
That's funny.
Yeah. And even then, like, I remember like people liking the game. Like, I'd go to a friend's house and we'd be like, yeah, we're going to play Shaq Fu.
Really?
Yeah. People liked it.
Interesting.
Gabe's like, really?
Yeah. Like people have gotten more hateful of it in
Later.
the rise of the internet.
Yeah. Well, that's of everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Huh. Good question.
That's a good one. Moving on, at B_Phoenix. Have you had a video game series help you get through difficult times? Lost my brother last October. Madden 15 and Call of Duty helped me out. Wow, man, that's huge.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, we're definitely sorry to hear that. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I love about video games is it is an escape. But at the same time, I also love them because there is a nostalgia to it. Not necessarily a difficult time, but I will always remember Uncharted 3 was right before Piper was born. And, you have that anticipation of you're going to have a baby and all that stuff. And I just remember, I will always remember Uncharted 3, playing Uncharted 3 right before. And I think actually I didn't finish it until she was born, I think. So I always have there's always games that will trigger a memory for me. As far as just getting through a difficult time, it's like if I'm stressed out, I'll go and play a video game, and that definitely helps. On a small level like that, I think that's kind of that kind of works as well.
Right. I think gosh, I can't remember which Final Fantasy it was, but there was a later one. No, I'm not gonna go Final Fantasy. I'm gonna go Counter-Strike.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Counter-Strike really did bring together me and my buddies at a time that was kind of like, because I played it for a long time, so it kind of spanned a large part of my life. But like, it was just kind of high school into leaving my mom's house, into being on my own for the first time. Like Counter-Strike was just kind of constantly there, and it like could ground me back to like just like my buddies, like my good friends, and we would get on there and play that. And
that's cool. It's like your safety net.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's awesome.
It like
felt
your security blanket.
Yeah, exactly. It felt weirdly like somewhere I could turn. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, y'all want to, get on and play this, or what was the other one? Team Fortress was like another huge one that we played all the time. Woo.
Bless you.
Hall?
I really I have fond memories of playing a lot of PC games. SimCity 2000, Counter-Strike as well. And I think, PC games were real pivotal for me in getting me through, like tough times in school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And also too that you could kind of take, depending upon what school you went to, you could kind of take some of those experiences to school. I remember having IT classes where they were like, what game should we get? And we were always like, oh, get Unreal Tournament or, something like that. So,
right.
It was like one of those things where gaming could help bring people together, really. I know that I told the story about the IT class I was in, and there was only, I think, 2 girls in the entire class because it was like an IT post-op program, like kind of a preparing you for college kind of thing.
Oh, gotcha.
And she was so quiet, like this girl. I mean, there was only 2 of them, so they were, talked among themselves and stuff. And we were playing Unreal Tournament when we had a substitute teacher. Like, we just didn't even do the work. We just played Unreal Tournament.
Pay any attention to what they were trying to say.
Yeah, and it was a way for her to like get to know everybody because she destroyed everyone. So.
That's so cool. the silent destructor. I love that.
I love that.
It's kind of crazy.
I love it. Good question.
Yeah, that was great. At Chaman Bissett, in honor of Remy's arrival, what is your worst kid/dog accident story, and did you or the missus have to clean it up?
Oh man.
Boy, yeah. Let's see.
Finnegan had a phobia of going to the bathroom outside.
Oh my God,
really? That sucks. That's not good.
That's not good at all.
Namely, number 2. So I remember like one morning, gosh, we would go out with him for like an hour trying to get him to go to the bathroom. And then I remember one time he was like holding it so bad that we came upstairs to the apartment and immediately he started like going to the bathroom. Like right when we walked in the door, he's like, here's this wall. Excited. I'm just going to go on the wall if that's cool. Number 2 all over the wall.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
What's yours, Router?
Yeah, I think I think when it didn't really happen to me, but it happened to poor Lauren when Piper had a massive blowout and it got like in her necklace and like on her.
Krista was there for that.
Yeah, she was there for that, and it was just nasty. I was like, I mean, I helped as much as I could. I basically took Piper and cleaned her up, and Lauren went into the bathroom and like, and she had like this necklace on that had like different crevices, and it was just everywhere in it too. So I think she ended up throwing.
My gosh.
I think she threw it out. Actually, she's like, there's nothing I can do with this.
Oh, jeez.
It was just nasty. But yeah, blowouts are fun. They're a real hoot.
I love that story when Krista told it to me because she said that Lauren was like when Lauren gave Piper to you, she was like, wow, that could have been a disaster. And Krista was like, it's all over you.
It's all over you. Yeah. She didn't even notice it. Yeah.
It is a disaster right now.
It is right now. She was such a little silent killer like that. Like it was just like, oh. Yeah, it was nasty.
It's in my necklace.
It's in my necklace. Oh. Yeah, that's gross.
But when I was still with my mom, I was probably, I don't know, this was 6th grade or something like that. And our dog, while we were gone, just diarrhea city.
Yeah. Yeah, Maggie had 1 or 2 of those too back in the day.
And just couldn't contain it. And so
that's so horrible.
That was all hands on deck.
Oh yeah,
everybody was cleared on
deck. Oh man, that is pungent stuff too, man. Dog diarrhea is bad. Oh
yeah, and we get back and our dog's like, right when we walk in, like we haven't even seen it yet, and he's like, sorry. As we walk in, I'm sorry, it's my bad. I don't know what happened. It just started coming out.
There was something I ate in the backyard. I don't know.
Exactly. I promise not to eat no more grass.
You cannot tell me that dogs don't know when they're bad or when they've done something wrong.
Oh, that's
why dog shaming exists. They know.
No, it's the best. Yeah. They know.
Oh, yeah.
They totally know.
Definitely know. Good question.
All right. Let's see. We got 2 more here. At JP Oaks 1, what is the one thing that you hope your kids learn from you and apply as they grow up? Wow. We're getting deep now. Yeah, I mean, just to be a servant and to be kind to each other. Like,
yes,
I've always thought like helping other people, I think is so, and it's not like self-gratifying either, just to see other people like appreciate you or just being helped in some way. It really is. You're being human and you're helping somebody out no matter, regardless of race, religion, creed, whatever. You know, it's just, it's one of those things where, I really hope that she has a servant's heart, that Piper has a servant's heart.
I think being kind, it's something we push so much in our house.
Yeah.
Is being kind, be kind, be kind, be kind. And especially now, and Piper's probably coming up on this too, where Amara's at the age where she realizes when somebody's not being nice to her.
Yes.
Where when she was a little younger, somebody could be mean and she's like, that's my best friend.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, oh gosh. But yeah, I think just being kind, being kind. I think it's underrated.
And it's hard to do.
Yeah, it's hard to do, and I think it's not taught enough.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like especially at the playground and stuff, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I want to choke out some of these parents.
I'm right there with you, man.
I'm like, what are you doing? Like there was this little girl at the playground the other day, like Amara was running around and this girl fell down and she kind of fell at Amara's feet. And Amara like stopped and like looked down and said, are you okay? And the girl just pushed her. And I was like, what? And I like, you kind of feel it in your back. You're like, all right. They're 3 years old. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then Amara kind of looked at her like, wait, why'd you push me? I was just asking if you were okay. And then the girl stood up and like stuck her tongue out, like spit at her, not spit at her, like, right, but like,
right.
Like, and I was, and Amar was like, just kind of furrowed brow looking at her, and her mom goes, like that. And I was like, what? That's it? She pushed and spit at my kid, and you're like, honey, no. I was like, wow, that's not going to do anything.
No.
Yeah, parents are so hands off about discipline.
Man,
what the heck?
It's weird, and I think it's getting worse too. It's just like they're just not involved, or
it's because of Instagram. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it probably is.
Well, people are way more distracted than they used to be.
Oh,
yes. I do think that's true.
There was one thing, gosh, this is so relevant too. There was one thing at the end of Mad Men. I'm not going to spoil anything, but basically, like, there's a therapy session, and the guy's like, I am not noticed by my kids. I sit down at the dinner table and they barely look up. And I was like, wow, that's like today. That's like way worse today.
It's way worse.
Yeah, because that show, that last season takes place in 1970. Mm-hmm. There is way more distracting stuff now.
Yeah. Way more. Nuts. What do you want your kids to grow up and take from you and Krista? Paul?
I mean, to definitely not take things for granted.
Nice, sir. I like that.
And to, count your blessings, really, and to know, what is right and wrong, and treat people as you would want to be treated.
Exactly.
So, and if all parents like taught their kids that kind of stuff, like, we wouldn't have a lot of the issues that we have. So
yeah, it's true. I think another thing is, you have to earn things. I think there's such a sense of entitlement with kids now, because like you're constantly babying them, and you're coddling them constantly, and there's no discipline. Not the discipline that we used to get as kids, and we'd get a whooping and all that stuff. Everyone's so sensitive to that now. But at the same time, it's like a lot of these kids, and I see it a lot in teenagers too, they have this sense of entitlement, like, oh yeah, I'm just going to go get this job and you're just going to give this to me. It's like, no, you have to earn this. Like, you have to work hard, and you have to stay up late, and you have to grind it out. And that's the reward, is that you will move up and you will be successful because of the hard work and dedication you put into something. And I see that all the time.
And to be fair, teenagers nowadays are kind of, I don't want to say they're doomed, but they have a lot. They have a lot ahead of them. When we got our first jobs, like even me, like being the youngest, it was easy. Number one, it was easy to get a job. Number two, you were paid at least something comparable to what would be a cost of living. Like the first job that I got, I could have realistically lived off of that if I needed to in that young period of my life. But nowadays it's like, even in the professional world, like, people are seemingly not paid a livable wage anymore. That's why just about every family has two people working.
Yep.
Right. So, yep.
I mean, they're, entitlement aside, like, they're up against a lot. And their expectations are really high. Basically, any job that they go into, they're going to be doing the work of like 3 or 4 people and getting paid like half.
Yep.
So there's a lot to be mad about.
But that's the other thing. Like, on the other side of that is, if you like the job that you're in and you want to pursue that, that's the kind of stuff that you have to do in order to get up to that top level. You know what I mean? Like, start in the mailroom, do those kind of things. Do 3 other people's jobs, and but just keep working at it, especially if you're passionate about it, if you like what you're doing, because that people will notice that will be noticed, and you will move up because of that.
Yeah, hard work doesn't go unnoticed. At one time, the manager of the Wilson football plant was like the janitor. So,
oh wow,
yeah, good hard work does not go unnoticed.
Exactly.
So
exactly. Hey, I think that's a good place to end. We because we're running a little over on time, but man, thank you everybody for your questions. It was very, very cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We got all kinds of deep and philosophical this time.
We about to pass the offering plate up in here.
That's right. Get a love offering going.
Please turn to first hesitations. I said glory. Say hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Say hallelujah.
Hallelujah. I love it. This is awesome.
I'm going to just start saying that randomly, like in the mall, and see who says it.
Be right there with
hallelujah. They'll be like, hallelujah. Oh, wait. I'm atheist. Why am I saying it?
That's fine.
Well, thank you guys so much for the questions. We appreciate it. Our question to you, streaming games. So we talked a little about PS Now. We talked about Xbox and Windows 10 and Vita and all that business. And as more things get server heavy, streaming games, do you like streaming games? Or do you think that could be the future, or do you want to stick to your downloaded or physical games? Me personally, I feel like I get the best quality out of something on my hard drive or something in my hand. But I know that some people, maybe the thought of how nice it'll be just to stream a bunch of different games might overshadow that. What do you guys think? Hall?
I think the streaming thing is a cool idea because you can have a low cost piece of tech that could play it.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
But we still need like just better bandwidth.
Yeah, I think we're not completely there yet because of that. Like, I'm really curious to see how Google Fiber does here. Unfortunately, it's in Davidson County and not in Williamson. But
oh yeah,
I know, buddy. It's all you, brother. You'll have to hook it up. But I think we're still having bandwidth issues as much as But look at where we've come from dial-ups. Like most people, we have broadband. It's just now we're getting to the levels of broadband. How fast can we do? And if we're starting to stream movies and videos more, those things really need to be beefed up.
Right.
They're planning on having something big here because I think they're even offering like a free tier.
Oh man.
Yeah, like I think it's either 3 megabytes per second or 6 megabytes per second. I'm not sure yet.
Good Lord, that's nice.
Yeah, for free.
I'll take that.
I know that's right.
Seriously.
Well, let us know, you guys, to stream or not to stream. I guess that's the question. And use hashtag AnswerMTTG. And of course, we'll have it up on the forum. You guys come check out the forum. It's great. We're talking some real life over there, and it's been really cool to see it. I'm Gabe Patillo. That is Tim Router. That's Timothy Hall. And we are married to the games. And we are up out this thing. Peace!